So a lot of questions arise. Why did Sharad Pawar make this kind of a comment? What happens now to the AAP's campaign? To decode all of that and much more, Aishwarya Paliwal is joining us live from the national capital. We also have our managing editor, Sahil Joshi, joining us live from Mumbai. Sahil, to you first, good evening. A lot of questions, I'm sure many in the opposition leaders particularly are asking, why is Sharad Pawar being so critical of the opposition? And we're not just talking about what he said about the degree issue now. He's spoken on the Adani controversy, on Savarkar, and almost every one of them has given and dealt a body blow to the opposition.
Well, there are two ways to look at the way Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar, even Ajit Pawar is reacting on issues with respect to Adani, with respect to the degree which the party is actually raking up on a big scale, and also the Savarkar issue. What it seems is that Sharad Pawar is trying to tell the opposition parties that you are picking up wrong issues. It's not going to affect the Prime Minister Modi or the BJP campaign for 2024. Modi has been Prime Minister since 2014, and the issue which they are trying to rake up with respect to the degree of the Prime Minister was also picked up at the time of 2014, but it didn't materialize. In 2019, Modi again got elected, whereas he is trying to tell them that focus on the issues which will have a connect with the people. For an example, the unemployment, for an example, the inflation and various issues with respect to the farmers. Rather than that, targeting Prime Minister or targeting the BJP leaders on the personal basis is not going to yield the results which they are expecting from 2024 campaign. That is one way of looking at the situation. But the other way to look at the situation is that many of the NCP leaders are under scanner of the central agencies, be it Praful Patel, Ajit Pawar, or in Maharashtra, Hassan Mushrif. The way Sharad Pawar has stood up for Adani and the Hindenburg report, it's very clear that it has given a big relief for the Prime Minister and the BJP as well, because this is the main issue on which the opposition parties, mainly the Congress and the TMC, did not allow the parliament to function. During the whole session, the Sharad Pawar was completely silent. He spoke about it the moment the session got over. So it's very clear that it has given a kind of a relief to the Prime Minister as well as the BJP. He is the only opposition leader who stood by the Prime Minister and the BJP on these contentious issues. So these are the two issues, but it has definitely created some sort of confusion within the opposition ranks, especially in Maharashtra, where the Mahavikas Aghadi is planning for 8 rallies where the MVA leaders will be addressing the big rallies in Maharashtra in important cities.
You know, Sahil, from what you're telling us, essentially this seems to be Sharad Pawar's attempt at kind of directing the opposition the right way ahead of 2024, kind of advising them on what to pick up and what not to pick up. So Aishwarya, is the Aam Aadmi Party going to learn lessons from Sharad Pawar's experience, from what he has to say, or are they moving forward, steamrolling ahead with their campaign on the Prime Minister's degree, which they've also made into a massive campaign of all political parties reading out their degrees?
Well, let me tell you, Akshita, here in the national capital, it is the Aam Aadmi Party, particularly Arvind Kejriwal, who at the moment is asking Prime Minister Narendra Modi to show his degree. Not just that. In fact, he also spoke about the press conference, which we all remember, which was being held by Amit Shah, in which he, showed everyone on camera the degree of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Arvind Kejriwal and all the leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party are still speaking about the degree issue. If you remember, Akshita, we saw a couple of days back in the entire national capital, we saw how Aam Aadmi Party had put up huge posters asking Prime Minister to show his degree. In return, we also saw the BJP coming out with certain posters. So it was a huge poster war taking place between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital, at least as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, Akshita. It seems like his party, and he particularly, will not let this issue die out anytime soon.
All right, let's see how this plays out really for the opposition unity, because you've got on one hand Sharad Pawar advising them, saying this is not the way to go forward, this is not the way to build consensus among people, and yet the AAP and several other parties really refusing to heed his advice. Thanks, Sahil. Thanks, Aishwarya, for joining us on this broadcast. I want to play out for you reactions from Sharad Pawar in the last 1 week, where he's raised several issues, whether it's Savarkar, whether it's Adani, or now the degree controversy, where he's differed from the opposition's point.
हमें ऐसे लगता है कि जेपीसी का जो कॉम्पोजिशन होगा, ये कॉम्पोजिशन में समझो 21 सदस्य की जेपीसी हो, तो इसमें 15 लोग रूलिंग पार्टी के रहेंगे। तो जहाँ ओवरवेलमिंग मेजॉरिटी रूलिंग पार्टी की है, वहाँ देश के सामने सच्चाई क्या है, वो कहाँ तक आएगी, इस बारे में कोई भी आशंका पैदा कर सकता है। सावरकर जी ने पब्लिकली कई बातें ऐसी कही थी और की थी, जिसमें सोशल एंगल था एंड साइंटिफिक एंगल भी था। लोगों के सामने उन्होंने एक छोटा मंदिर बनाया और मंदिर की पूजा करने के लिए उन्होंने एक वाल्मीकि समाज का आदमी उसको देखो किया। मुझे लगता है कि यह प्रोग्रेस की बात है। 300 डिग्री का, 12 डिग्री का, 80 डिग्री का है। फिर राष्ट्रीय विषय था नेताजी, महागाई, कायदा सुव्यवस्था, 70% आणि त्याच्या उत्तर या राज्य सरकार केलं पाहिजे, हल्ला केला पाहिजे।